Night Adventures. You probably know it, the open world game about having adventures at night. And here's 10 things about Night Adventures. Before Night Adventures became a thing, I had a lot of scrapped concepts. The first one was a border game in similar style of literally every border game ever. And I've spent a lot of time on that game, so it meant a lot to me, and I decided I wanted to do that. But after a while, I realized, no, that can't be possible. You're too stupid, and you're only 11. You cannot make that. So, yeah, I kind of gave up on that idea because it was just a whole mess of things. And then I shifted over towards an open world style game in similar style of Egg, which you can tell, in a way, stuck with me. And there's actually a deleted version of an open world game that would have been my first game, but my camera got messed up in Roblox Studio and would only fix when I was playtesting. So I couldn't make it, and now Night Adventures is my first game. But before the whole Night Adventures thing was created, I discovered Get a Snack at 4 a.m., which you can probably tell majorly influenced the whole game. I really loved it. It was a pretty fun, memey game. I beat the whole thing. And yeah, it was overall really fun. So I rolled with that idea, but due to the lack of tutorials on how to make it, I just couldn't make it. And a lot of things that I did carry from ideas for the Get a Snack at 4 a.m. type game were carried on into this version of Night Adventures, which I'm really happy I did keep. Night Adventures has had 2 versions, its original release and 1.1, and it also had canceled 1.2 update, but we'll get to that in a minute. 1.0 was its original release and was the foundation for the next updates. It has a lot of interesting development facts, and I still have photos of the beta version of the map if anyone wants to see that. And then 1.1, which is my personal favorite update, introduced Prickle Caverns, Hobo Joe, and that's kind of it. And we also had 1.2, which was planned, but due to procrastination and stress, me and my friend have not been able to pull it off, and I think it's safe to say that it is canceled. If anyone wants to see the features that were going to be added, let me know in the comments, or else I'm just not going to make the video because I won't find any need to. The only version of the game that I haven't talked about yet is the winter event. The winter event has no documented gameplay that I know of, or just remember, and in that event, the map was covered in snow, and a bunch of elves hid around the map and would give you presents for finding them. And each of them had a present, except for the white elf, who hid in a tree. Because how would he be able to give you a present if you were in a tree? I still never forgave him. Probably the most iconic character in Night Adventures, the guy, is a statue of a guy. And if you remember from Fact 1, I said that there were a couple of things that I carried on from the original Get a Snack at 4 a.m. concept. And the guy is what I was referencing to. Originally in the game, you would go up to him and give him food. And depending on the food item you would give him, he would either bless you or end you. I don't think there was really any in-betweens. Since I gave the guy his very own fun fact, I thought it was a bit unfair, so I'm going to give a fun fact about each of the 4 original characters. First of all, Bob the neighbor isn't actually green. He has blue pants, but you just can't see it because he's in the bathtub. Second of all, Burger Kid sells burgers because I didn't want him to be a stereotypical lemonade stand kid. Hacker Man's colors are all just random colors because I thought that's what hackers look like in Roblox. And the cashier's fun fact is he has no fun fact. That's literally his fun fact. If Night Adventures were to go further, there were plans for multiple spin-offs, which I'm just going to list. The first was Friday Night Adventures, which was supposed to be like an FNF-style game, but with characters from Night Adventures. I also planned to make a multiplayer version of Night Adventures, that was probably going to be called Day Adventures, but I had literally no clue how I was supposed to do it, so it was scrapped in the end. The final one is a remastered version of Night Adventures, which actually hasn't been scrapped, and I do plan to do that in the future. Just don't expect it anytime soon. If there is one big mystery about Night Adventures, it's the fact that there's a mysterious blue ball character in the thumbnail. And the thing that makes it weird is I have no clue what it is. I cannot find a single thing that would represent this blue ball character in the game because he's not in the game. Like, you cannot find him anywhere in the game files, at least that I'm aware of. So it's, like, really weird. So, yeah, you can thank Squid for this mystery. If you watched the developer commentary video, you'll know that me and Squid hid dev rooms in the map. Basically, what I mean by that is there are 2 secret rooms that you have to go find. I'm not going to tell you where they are. And inside, it will either have me or Squid in it. And have fun trying to look for them. I've only known 2 people who have actually found them. So if you do happen to find those 2 rooms, congratulations. You just wasted a lot of time. So you might know the character Hobo Joe. He was a character I added in 1.1 who is obviously a homeless person. And one thing I didn't realize is how horribly I came up with the name. It was so easy, just Hobo Joe. Rhymes, sounds pretty good. But there were 2 instances that I ran in which I realized I really should have given him a more thoughtful name. The first one was when I was remembering, like, Teen Titans Go, and you might know it, you probably do, and there's a homeless person called Sticky Joe, which is a problem for obvious reasons. He's homeless, and his name is Joe. That's an issue. And the second was during school when I was playing a game, and one of the characters that I unlocked was literally named Hobo Joe. I did not feel that good when I realized that I had a character that also had the exact same name as another character. But it made me feel better that this game came out in February of 2022, and 1.1 came in, like, November. So that made me feel better. As a reward for making it this far into the video, I'd like to make Fact 10 a bit special. So, I did mention earlier that 1.2 was cancelled. And that's kind of a bad thing because the future of Night Adventures isn't real. Well, there is a future, just not in the way you'd expect. I'm currently working on a brand new game. That's right, I got motivation again. And it's connected with Night Adventures. And yes, that means there is lore connecting this new game and Night Adventures. Now, before the one person behind the screen goes crazy, I need to point out that none of the lore for this comes directly from Night Adventures. Like the characters and like the stuff from it, it's all from the same universe, but nothing is found directly in the Night Adventures game. So don't go looking there. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on this brand new game, and I'll see you later. Thanks.